Hello and welcome to Cyberleak. My name is James and I do mostly gameplay, but I'm doing a review today because occasionally Cyberleak will reach out and do a review on a product that I've gotten. Because I don't get these products for free, they're rare, but hopefully you enjoy this. Enough about me, let's get into the slate, which is what you clicked on this video for, and I will show you quickly what comes in it. Alright, so now let's get to the contents of the box. So inside we've got this nice pouch. It's got two different areas inside of it. It's got a little divider there. And on the one side, it has this book. And on the very first page of this booklet, it tells you how to install things. It tells you that it has a 3-hour battery life. If you didn't know this about this product, this tablet itself can sense the pins that come with it. And it can also sense any one of your pens or pencils that you want to use on the paper with this ring attached at the right height. Now, we'll get into that later. I haven't used that pencil yet. I believe that's a pencil. Yeah, it's a pencil. One thing I didn't like about the packaging, which it's not a huge deal, I thought it was a pen, but it's got a little bit of a mark down here at the bottom where the pencil rubbed up against. I'm not really picky. I don't actually care about that. I saw it, I was like, wow, is the pen leaking? But it's not a pen, it's a pencil. So it comes with a pen and a pencil. And this pen has a cap on it. And you just put that on the back there. It has the ring set at the right height. You can't move this ring. It's not an extra ring. The rings are fairly cheap to buy on their own. Yeah. So let's get into the usability of this. But I will show you, before I do that, I just want to show you, it comes with this small piece of paper that folds way out into all these directions about, it's basically a warning sheet, and it's good to read this. It's about not keeping it close to magnets, not keeping it close to certain things that will damage it or make the product not work properly. I believe when you turn it to blue, that means that it's on the mode where you can write on it with the pad on it with the computer detached, and it'll save inside of this board here, so you can plug it into your computer and replay it and also save the pictures off of it. So we're going to go ahead and take a look. It comes with this USB cord. It's approximately 3 feet long, and it has a micro USB, and then the other side is obviously just USB. It's got a pretty neat shape to it as well. It comes with the clips that are supposed to hold your notebook into place so that the pen can track properly on and off of the computer. And then the pencil and the pen. Okay, we're going to plug it in. I've already followed the directions from the main book here on how to install the program. I'll go through it really quickly. I only have a computer, so I'm only going to follow those directions at this point. You charge the slate first. You want to keep magnetic objects away from it. And then step 3 says you download the Imagink app for free and follow the on-screen instructions. So those are all the directions that they have. The next one is just a blank page where I skipped over, and then the next one's my picture. There are no more directions in this. There are only blank pages for you to draw your drawings on. So let's get into that. First of all, we're going to line this up with the golden lines here and here. And then we're going to take this clip and this clip. Flip to a blank page. If you follow the directions on the program that you download, it's very simple to get this thing installed. It's basically plug and play. And plug this in. You plug it in next to the power cord, or next to the power button. Then you want to line it up. Put the piece on here. Okay, that's got it held into place on that side. So then we'll flip it around. And maybe you want to do this before the cord's on, but you can do it after the cord's on. Like I'm doing, you want to make sure it's lined up. You may not be able to see it at this point, but there are gold lines here and here. The clips go on like that. So it's the big side up at the top. It's going to cover up some of your paper, but you have to sacrifice just a little piece of your paper so that you can keep your drawing into place. What I really like about this tablet, and I've only used it for a moment, but what I really like about it is that you have something physical to look at the paper. You don't have to stare at the screen while drawing on it. Try to get the paper flat underneath there by pulling it up just a little bit. Try not to break the clips. I don't even know if that's a thing. I'm sure if you put enough force on it, it can break, as with anything. But smoothing the paper out is a little bit of an issue for me at this point. Alright. So as you heard, I just got a noise that says that it's connected, and it is solid white now. An express update is available for your Slate. I'll say like 30 to 45 seconds later, we've got the Slate updated. It could vary due to your internet connection. I'm going to get you guys a little closer so you can see what I'm drawing. Okay, we're going to draw a nice robot. Let's start out with a nice round head. And then we will put a top on his head. And then I'm just going to do some tiny little eyes. And I'm going to talk about every move that the pin makes. We're gonna do a nice happy torso. Oh, man's a legend. Alright, let's do some ovals. Just trying to draw a little circle there. There's a tiny mark right there where, on the computer screen, where I don't actually have a mark there, but for the rest of it looks pretty good. Alright, we're going to do some tracks. I know, this robot probably wouldn't have tracks, but try to tell him that. I'm in an awkward position right now trying to look over the GoPro and draw. I'm not looking at the computer screen at this point. I'm just going. Now you'll notice I'm picking it up a little bit because I did test this once before, and I know if you get too close to it, it'll detect it and it's not actually there, but it's so close though. Like it's within an nth though. So I'm afraid if I drag it across, it's going to detect it incorrectly. So I pick it up just a little bit. But it's not too unnatural. Let's do some claw hands. We gotta finish his mouth. Let's do a little mouth. Of course, he doesn't talk through it, but it's a vent. The pin's actually drying out a little bit. I'm gonna go back over it because on the computer screen it didn't pick up that I was going down there. But it's the pin's drying out just a tiny bit. I think I just need to, it's a brand new pin, so you know how you have to work the ball a little bit to get the ink on there. So off the screen, so that I don't draw on the tablet, off the screen I'm just dragging it over a notepad, you know, like you do here. See, just doing a little bit of that to get the ink on the ball, as with any ballpoint pen. Yeah, it should be. I think it's a ballpoint pen. Yeah, it is. Right back at it. But you could grab your mouse and drag it over here and select a new thing here. So like, let's say I selected green. Then I could instantly snap over here when I put that on there, and it still goes right back to there. So I'm gonna go back to black because I don't have any colored pencils, and that would look a little bit silly. The accuracy on this is pretty good. This line on the paper is a little bit different. It's a tiny bit different, but not much. They did a really good job with this tablet. Alright, you need some antennas. So this is less about the drawing and more about the tablet itself. This is a bomb. He's running away from the bomb. Let's put some swiftness in him. Alright, he's running away. Those lines are supposed to be a little bit longer, but I guess I pulled up too much, and that could be partially because the paper's there. But you can go back over the line, and it doesn't do too much to the actual drawing itself on the paper. I'm not super happy with his mouth, but it'll do. Let's do a little bit of shading to his wheels. And then on the screen itself, I'm going to do some shading to its wheels. Because it looks like it didn't fully pick up the shading. It's okay. Let me put this over there. Sorry about the yellow light, but let me put this close to here just so you can kind of compare side by side what it looks like. It's looking pretty good. I like what that picture, you can already see it, but I like what that picture is there. That's neat. I think that ISKN did a really good job making the Slate. Okay, so I didn't think the review would be complete without doing a little bit of a drawing myself, and just off camera doing a drawing that I thought was interesting. And just for the record, it was a quick drawing. It only took me a couple of minutes. I feel like I'm on trial here because I feel like you guys will judge me, but I'm going to show you anyway. Here we go. Here is the file that I did, and I'm going to open it. Do you want to save changes to the drawing? No, I like the robot drawing the way it is, or was. And there it is. There's the drawing that I did. Now, this is interesting because this drawing, and I'll show you on the camera right now, you can see that the drawing is fairly identical to what is on the screen right now. Pretty sweet. And what's neat about this is that I drew it on the tablet with the tablet disconnected from the computer. And you can see how I drew it. Let's turn the camera off. You can see how I drew it on the computer screen right now. If I just click replay, it should replay it for you. There we go. The tablet not only saved the drawing, but it saved exactly how I drew this picture to show you. And even if you don't like the drawing, let's say that you drew something that your friends would like, and you want to show them exactly how you drew it. Boom, tutorial. It's a quick, just this is how I drew this. This is how I outlined it. There's some inconsistencies, but it's not enough to worry about. I honestly think that this is fairly good and useful for my application at least. In conclusion, I'd like to say the Slate is a good option if you are trying to find a way to draw for your computer on the go and for a very reasonable price. For what you're getting, $170 is a pretty good price. I'd say it shouldn't be any higher. If you have the money, there are plenty of other systems out there that can do a good job, but they just exceed the price of this item. My favorite part of this has to be the portability. I definitely recommend this item if you want to have a good drawing tablet that can record your drawings on the go. If you have any questions, post them in the comments, and thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.